Welcome to Platinum Cuisines. We're located on the North Mile in Freeport.
Tune in to Unique Mecca Audio.
Yo, I'm on with my man Jimmy Fingers, man. You know what I mean? Official legend. Yo, Jimmy, tell him who you are, man, and what you locked up for, big homie.
Well, man, they call me Jimmy Fingers, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in here for racketeering, RICO, numerous murders they allege I did, they convicted me of and stuff, but they sentenced me to nine life sentences, 300 years. I had a death qualified case. I went to trial for the death penalty, but the jury came back with a verdict and deemed that, even though they wanted to give us the death penalty, it wasn't appropriate at the time, so they gave us a whole bunch of life sentences and everything for racketeering, RICO, 1959, murder in the first continued criminal. They piled up all the charges and stacked it up against us so we could never see the road again. You know what I'm saying? But things have changed now, man, and we have litigation going on, so things are looking beautiful right now, man, because it's a different era. The prison reform thing is going through. People are feeling that the energy for us to come out there and everything, so it's a beautiful thing. But what's up, though? I mean, talk to me. What's going on?
All right, so this is what it is, man. I want to just get right into it. They got something out here now, because my man been in since 95, so, like I did 26 and a half, he been in 28. Now, how old was you when you got locked up, and how old are you now?
I was 22 years old, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm at the pinnacle of my life. I'm at the 50 mark and everything like that. So, I came in when I was young, and you got to understand at the time we came in, there was a war on drugs. There was a war on the black community in society, the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So they were actually using us, cases like mine, yours, my man Lou and all the good men that was around to clean up the streets of what they said that was violence because of the crack epidemic at the time. So they implemented a whole bunch of laws to get us off the streets just to further their goals. You know how politics is, man. You know what I'm saying?
And just so you know, when he said Lou, he talking about Lou Sims. You know what I mean? AKA the lynch mob, my brother, good people, family, you know what I mean? But now...
Family for real.
Yeah, you already know. That's why I had to give him a shout out, you know what I mean? Now, this is what's going on. I come out here and they got something out here called YouTube where people is up here expressing themselves about how they feel about...
This call is from a federal prison.
...about certain topics. Now, they out here, they openly saying on YouTube that if they get caught, they're telling. You know what I mean? What do you got to say about that? The youngins out here that feel like if they get caught, they're going to tell on their comrades.
Well, you got to understand the dudes that say things like that, they're not dudes. They're not street dudes. Right now, being a street dude is what's trending. But I'm talking about an official street dude that knows the roads and the codes and abide by the old laws that's implemented within the streets. When you're talking about if you get locked up, you're going to go bad or bust on your man and everything. That ain't no fly shit to be saying, man, because that's something that if you come to prison, mind you, if you do that, you're still going to get some time. Dudes are going to see you about that. Nobody, no official man who calls himself a man is going to do that about nobody that he deal with. So who's ever saying that, man, they perpetuating something that's ignorance, something that's foul, and they can't live nowhere with that, man. That ain't no cool stuff like that, man. So I've never seen that before. When we came in, we stood on principles, a bedrock foundation of principles that we wouldn't compromise for nobody under any circumstance whatsoever, because all you got in this life is your face. So if you don't have a clean face, then you can't live. Ain't nobody gonna love you, man. You're gonna be a pariah, outcast. That's some foul shit for them to be even saying that on something that people be looking at, and they project it like it's real, That's that new era shit, man. I don't know nothing about that.
All right, look, so now they also saying that there is no code in the street.
Well, that's because the dudes in the streets now are not street dudes, like I told you. They're more like, these type magazine type niggas, man. They gossip, they watching reality TV and everything like that. They're not really street dudes. They hitting a couple of licks and stuff like that. And put no men. Back in the days, nobody would put what they do on YouTube or Instagram and stuff like that. They're doing it for 5 minutes of fame. They're looking for clicks or whatever they call it, likes or something like that. Ain't nobody doing that, man. That ain't no official shit, because you're taking away good men from their family, from their kids, and from the people who love them just because you out there in the streets calling yourself a criminal or a thug or whatever it is name they go by now, and you ain't living like that. You ain't repping that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm in a disagreement with that. And a lot of men that I know, the good men that stood up for theirs, man, there's dudes in the grave that's died to stand up for theirs, for stand tall for dudes to be saying stuff like that, man.
All right, see, now, I'm going to say this. Cause the way I was taught when I came off the porch is you got two type of dudes, man. You got a criminal, and then you got a man that just broke the law. You know what I mean? That's equivalent to a man that fell off the porch. You know, a criminal is someone that continuously break the law, and he stand by the bedrock principles of, you know, breaking the law. So then you know that it's us against them. So that's what my YouTube channel. Go ahead, family.
Okay, but you got to understand, back in the days when we came off the front porch, we had to have a jab, like I told you before. Now when you come off the front porch, you got to have swag. So those dudes in the streets, they looking for swag, but they ain't got no fight game or nothing like that. They can't even knuckle up no more. Everything is on some phone and some reality shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you said there's two type of men. I said there's three. The first one is a man who governs himself. The second one is a man. What'd you say?
I said period. You're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, the first one is a man who governs himself. The second one is a man who's governed by others. And the third is a man who's neither governed by others, but he defied the elements. You dig what I'm saying? He is the walking epitome, the personification of what it is to be a man. Just because you're born with the male genitals, that don't make you a man. And that's what a lot of dudes fail to realize. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a stand-up dude. You got to be able to look yourself in the mirror, and your family, your loved ones, your woman, and your kids respect you as a man. You understand what I'm saying? So now, of course, there's no code to the street now. The streets ain't the streets as we knew it. It's a whole different street out there. They're not doing what we did. These dudes are talking about they're 22, 23 years old, and they OGs and stuff like that, haven't done nothing, put in no work or nothing. And the minute that they do that, you know, they flip. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to, like, big up no type of badness on them thing, though. You know what I'm saying, rude boy? But you have to understand that, that it's a different life now, man, because you got good men in jail that's trying to get out, that's utilizing the law to get out there because we've done our times. But these same youngins is out there making them do harsher penalties and harsher laws because they're out there doing foolery. These dudes is doing all this on the streets, coming to prison and can't even make commissary. Nobody loves them. They don't even get a visit.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay, how are they treated? And what happened to them when they come into the federal penitentiary because they told?
You know what happened, man.
Now, I know, but tell them.
Oh, well, listen, this is what happened. When they come through, you know what I mean, they got to have that work. If that work ain't right and exact, man, they get dealt with accordingly. You dig what I'm saying? There's some places that might make them just all, go from hole to hole, from shoe to shoe. And there's others that they're gonna put it in them. You know how it is, man. I can't really get into the aspect of it because of the situation that I'm on the jack. But, I can't give it up how I want to give it up. But they know what it is.
So
they
we
can't
gonna leave
live.
that.
Put it this way, they can't live.
All right, you heard that. So just so y'all youngins know, you go in there and think that, you telling, you smiling on YouTube, you yelling, you gonna go tell, you gonna go this and that. You go in there around men like this, and this is the men that's in prison. That's what prison is made from, men that stand on bedrock principles, just so you understand. So I'm telling you, y'all ain't trying to go in there, you don't want no parts of it. Another one they saying, big brother, is that any man that been locked up for decades would tell if they had a chance to tell again, because no man trying to do the time.
Well, you got to understand that, man, that all the dudes that I know, and trust me, there's a lot of good men in here from all over, from Chicago, New York, Florida, from everywhere. You understand me? Nobody believes in that doctrine because one thing you got to understand, as I say, a man's reputation precedes him. You are what they think you are. So if there's dudes thinking that dudes is in jail doing all this time, and if they get another shot at it, they're gonna tell. That's not true, because that's foul. Nobody's doing that, man. Like I said, they out there setting a precedent, man, having kids think that this is the right thing to do, to duck some time. But if you want to duck time,
this call is from a federal prison.
What you got to do is get a job and be a good boy. You got to move to a small town where real law exists. You feel me? This is for wolves, and if you ain't a wolf, you ain't gonna survive. And I keep saying that, man, that you can't straddle the fence. You can't serve God and the devil. It's one or the other. Either you're gonna go to work, get a job, and be a family guy, or you're gonna put the work in that you need to put in. But you can't say that, man. And I know a lot of men. I'm talking a lot of good men from all over the world who would never ever had another shot at it. Tell on nobody, man, because nobody's living like that, man. Nobody's living like that. All this stuff I see with these rap dudes telling on each other, and all these other youngins telling on each other, and they pointing the fingers like he told first, so I told. Nah, that don't go like that, man. You got to stand on principles, and that's what being a man is about. Principles govern you, your ways and actions and what coincide or vocalize out your mouth. You got to stop saying the things that you want to do, but your actions don't coincide with what you vocalize. What you say, you have to act on it. Nobody talks about doing things, and when the time comes to do it, they fall back and they don't do what they say they're going to do. That's just how it is, Unique. You know what I'm saying? I've known you for years. You're a good man. You're a brother to me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at you. You, Lou, and all the good men. You know what I'm saying? So I take pride in saying that we did ours. You know, I mean, you know, we was in from we was young. You too. But we did what we were supposed to do to survive. Now, there's other avenues for you to get money without the streets and stuff like that. All you got to do is utilize your mind instead of using it for a hat rack to wear a do-rag on or a hat on. You got to utilize your mind. You got to be able to think now. It's not physical no more. When we came up, it was physical. Now, it's mental. It's what you know and how you apply what you know. It's about applying yourself to the things that you want to do. Then you could become that. You know what I'm saying? But we don't do that, man. I'm fighting right now for my life. I got good avenues. I got a good situation going on. I gave back some time already, and I'm working on giving back the rest so I could be out there with brothers like you so that we could set foundations, man, so we could set a code, a bar that people have to adhere to and say, man, this is the line that we're going to draw. The youth out there have no structure because they don't have no good men in their life. Their big homies is the same age as them, 24, 25, so how could they respect that? You understand me? It's a good thing you're doing, though, Unique. It's a good thing you're doing, and I appreciate you, man. If you show me nothing but love, you know what I'm saying, and making sure that I'm all right and making sure that I'm good, you know what I'm saying? And you know how it is, man. Men recognize men no matter where it is, you dig?
Okay. The next one is a man cooperated with the government to close some cases to get out of jail by telling on dead bodies. Listen, he said he told on dead bodies, so that's a big topic out here. People are saying the bodies was dead. You know what I mean? So he didn't tell on nobody that was alive, you know? But he cooperated with the government in order to close the cases to get a deal. So he made a deal to get that. What do you have to say about that?
I got a lot to say about it, man, but that's from a whole different perspective. But the phone about to hang up, man. It's 15 minutes. That's all I could get. You know what I'm saying? So,
damn, that was 15 already. All right. So we're gonna tap out with that, and when you come back, we're gonna let you answer that. You know what I mean?
You be easy, bro. Love you, champ.
Yeah, you already know. All right.
Little more, yes, sir.
Yes, I am. So that's what it is. That's what it is, man. That's my man, Fingers. You know, I asked that question because, you know, I'm not going to give my opinion on that question. I'm going to ask men that's in prison to let you know how they feel about that. You know what I mean? To let you know what's the rules on that. You know? I mean, y'all have your own rules because, you know, this is a different time. This is a different era. You know? But, you know, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? So I know y'all going to be waiting on the answer to that. But I'm going to wait and let the brothers on the inside, I'm going to do a few different interviews with a few different brothers, and that's going to be a topic at hand that I'm going to ask for, you know what I mean? How they feel about that, you know? Because, you know, the way I was raised is you don't cooperate with the government under no circumstances if you're in the street. Under no circumstances. If you're in the street, you don't cooperate with the government. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the viewers. They say they from the street. I know the rules. You know what I mean? These people say they from the street that's on YouTube, but yet while they saying they from the street, you know, they sitting here and they're making up codes and saying that codes don't exist. But then if they get caught, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say if, you know, inshallah they don't. If they get caught, you know, they wouldn't want their brother to tell on them. So I don't understand how they could phantom telling on their brother. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's where it's at, man. I'm here. That's my man, Fingers. You know what I mean? We was in the joint together. Like I said, he been down 28, went in at 22, 23 years old. He's 50 years old now. He's still in there. He's still fighting for his freedom. And he has a chance to tell on dead bodies. You know what I mean? And he's going to tell you why he wouldn't. You know what I mean? And that's just our stance from where we standing at. That's not to disrespect anybody. But I want y'all to hear it from the men, you know what I mean, of the cloth, you know what I mean, that I'm cut from. My man, Homicide Lou, Gangster Lou, Kevin Childs, you know what I mean? Best friends out of Detroit. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you know, this is what it is, man. I'm just calling out men and letting it be known that, you know, we have rules, man, and we have codes, and I'm going to introduce you to them. So whatever you do with them after that, that's on you. But I'm telling you, don't get involved in crime so you don't have to utilize these rules. You don't have to utilize these rules by not getting involved. You heard what Finger said, move to a small town and get a job. That's how you avoid this. They paid us $17 a month in the prison for men to get up, from, let's say, 3:30 in the morning and work till 7:30 at night, and they get $17 a month. $17 a month to get up and work from 3:30 to 7:30 at night, and then go to bed and wake up to do it all over again, and they do that for decades. And then they go home, and within a week or 2 weeks, they go get a job at McDonald's, or they don't get a job, but within a week or 2 weeks, give it 30 days, they back in the prison. I asked him, yo, damn, son, what happened? Why you back? He said, man, I couldn't find no job. Only thing they had open was McDonald's and Walmart, But McDonald's and Walmart paying $10, $15 an hour. You was getting $17, a month in here. And you couldn't live on $10, $15 an hour out there. They said, man, I ain't working no job like that. But dog, you came in here and worked for $17 a month. So this is what y'all want to experience, and I'm telling you this so you understand. That's why prison is a revolving door, because people go in and out and do what they got to do, and it's crazy, But I'm just trying to prevent y'all from doing the same thing that I did, so that you don't wind up making the same mistakes that I did, and, everything is where it's at. So don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say you never heard the code, because you hearing it right here first at Unique Mecca Audio. You know what I mean? Only person could judge us is Allah. God, Buddha, Jehovah, Jah, That's the only person could judge us. I'm not going to attempt to judge another man by his actions. I'm just going to live and walk by the path that I've been raised for, what I know is being a man. And that's all I could do. So how the next person do it, the next step he take, the step that he takes, is not going to get me in the direction I need to go. Only the steps that I take. And that's why I'm taking these steps to tell y'all, don't get involved in it, man. It's not worth it. Don't say I didn't tell you. I mean, it's a dog world. And like my man Fingers said, ain't nothing but wolves in there, man. We talking about penitentiary. You know what I mean? And right now, you young men go to prison, you're going to the penitentiary because they raised the point system in a way that you go straight to the prison. You know what I mean? To the penitentiary around the wolves. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to prevent you from going there. Now my man Fingers is going to call back and we're going to answer that question. I know everybody waiting on the answer. But until then, cop the book of Rowan Harlem at rowanharlem.com. You know what I mean? And also get the audio book. All right? And just remember, like I said, I ain't got time for the games. I keep it 100. You know what I mean? We don't bad bash nobody here. We just trying to get the word out that it ain't worth it. Don't get involved in it. But if you feel you're strong enough to get involved in it, choose to get involved in it, make sure you go to rowanharlem.com or send me an email at meccaaudiobusiness at gmail to cop your shirt, man. All right? So don't say I didn't tell you. Cop your shirt. So that's what it is, man. But it's all good, man. Big shout out. Continue to watch YouTube. Continue to be entertained. Continue to learn. Continue, to get what you get from it. But you come here, you're going to get the real. You might not like the real. You know what I mean? But the real is the real. All right, I'm back with my man Fingers, man. My question to my brother is, right now, a man cooperated with the prosecutors to solve cold cases, and that's what got him out of jail. I want to know from you, what do you think of that? Fingers, in your opinion, from you as a stand-up man in prison doing 9 life sentences plus 300 years, been down 28 years, from you was 22 until now you're getting ready to be 50. Go ahead, big bro.
Yeah, well, my thing with that is this, man. That's unethical, man, because, like I said, I don't knock what people do, but that's foul because no man should ever bring up no cold cases that was unsolved, that the police had no idea who did what, or implicate nobody who they may think had done the crimes to get themselves out of jail. You dig what I'm saying? Because if everybody talked like that, if everybody thought I could sit up in prison, commit a crime, and get relief from telling on people or allowing the authorities to manipulate me into signing an agreement where I give them information on things that they had no knowledge of, because who is to say that what you say is actual facts? Because people can fabricate things. People might know about some cold cases that They don't even know who was involved in it, but know about it and fabricate that to the law and get innocent people caught up, because there's a flip side to that. Even though people, the cold cases, the people that committed it as allegedly dead or whatever like that, now there's no closure for the family. The family had closure years ago, but now you're reopening a can of worms, so now they could identify their hate and might even seek vengeance on the person that you implicate. Even if he's gone, he has family members that's still around. So that's telling, man. Nobody does that, man. Nobody's going to do nothing like that just to extricate themselves from a situation that they put themselves in, man. You know what I'm saying? And for dudes to think it's all right to do that, or it's a common thing that people do, that's not real. That's not being real, because you can't call yourself a man at the end of the day and do things of that nature. A lot of dudes running around with these attributes, or killer this or whatever like that, and they're not repping that at all, because the minute they get into something, that name is gone. Everything that they've done has been washed away from them, because now you're an informant. Now your face and everything is not clean. Now your family has to worry about retribution from people. Then you got people, as I said, that do these things, man, and they think it's cool. At the end of the day, everything that, if it was any good at all done, it's been erased, man. You know what I'm saying? Because your face is on the wall as something that slivers, man. Mm-hmm. But there's no justification in doing that, man, because if you do that, that person that you do that to was never your comrade. You was never a friend. What you
This call is from a federal prison.
fail to realize is that people, they make alliances with people who could give them something that they can't get on their own. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of these dudes out there have a tendency of doing, aligning themselves with people who could give them something they can't get on their own, because the way that they live, the way they was brought up, the culture that they're being brought up in, is not teaching them anything other than that. So if a dude brings himself to that lowest level, because there's two things that you got to understand: a thief, a liar, and a mouse is the worst thing that you could possibly even be associated with, man. You dig what I'm saying? Because a real man is not going to steal from another man. He's going to take it. Your word is your bond. That's all you got in life. Once you give your word, you got to honor it and keep it. And then to backbite or to inform on someone to get out of a situation that you put yourself in, you could never ever go far in life like that. You'll never feel safe at night when you sleep. You're always going to have a stigma over you. You're always going to have that mark of Cain as treachery. You dig what I'm saying? A Judas. You know, there's many people in history that went down for the same situation, and their name has been lived in infamy forever. No one has ever forgiven them. Even the most pious of people won't forgive them. So how are we, dudes who grew up in the streets, who was raised under a different banner, who's cut from a certain type of cloth, feel akin with these guys who do these things, man, and allow the government to use them, manipulate them, to help them out in cases that they themselves didn't even put the effort in to solve?
Now that's a good one. They didn't even put their own effort into trying to solve it. And then here
Exactly. You know, so those are the things that, because if the kids, if the youth out there feeling that it's okay to do things like that, man, you got to understand now, this is where the educational process coming. This is where the mentoring coming. This is where they don't have nobody in their community or in their neighborhood to show them something different, because that's what's trending. You got to understand, man, like loyalty is vintage, man. It don't even exist no more. You understand me? But treachery, that's what's going on right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? Every moment you have somebody who's turning on somebody because of a little gain or no gain at all. You know, so you got to be very careful out there, man. It's dangerous. It's dangerous times we living in, man. And a real nigga can't even survive when people are clapping and applauding dudes that do this snake stuff and having good men behind bars, man, away from their family and kids or their comrades to build and stuff like that, man. It's a shame that they even accept that. That's not even acceptable, man, you know? So how could you talk about you have street credibility, you a street dude, but yet you committing treachery against the good men? But when he did that, now the people have been dead for a while, so therefore the family members don't even know the assailant or who killed their loved ones. Now when he did that, he identified a person as the assailant, even though that person is dead. So now the living family members could go take out a grudge on that person who did the murder in the first place, brother, son, sister, or mother, because he never before had no direction to where to put his anger or his vengeance because it was unsolved. But now that you identify a person as the culprit in that, now, even though he's not living no more, he has family members that's living. And then on the flip side of that, the family members who's living didn't even know their father, their uncle, their brother committed a crime of that nature. So now he becomes a target, and he's looking at the person who gave that information out there like, yo, why is you slandering a dead man? You don't speak badly about the dead. That's just how it is. So on both sides of the family, the known and the unknown, now it's been revealed. So the member that was killed, his family is looking for retribution, and the guy whose family is supposed to committed the crime, he's looking at retribution because it's like, yo, hold up, man. You saying that my brother, my father, or whatever like that committed these crimes, but yet no law officer, no agency ever charged him for that. So who is to say that we believe you? But then they could get hurt in the process because you might have a disgruntled family member on this side of the deceased that said, man, okay, well, I can't get the guy because he's dead, but guess what? He has a son, he has a daughter, he has a mother, he has a sister. I'm going to get some get back off of that. You know, so you putting people's lives on the line, man. You're doing it for selfish ambition, for selfish means, and for selfish gains, or you might be looking for some type of notoriety or some type of 5 minutes of fame. But the thing about it is that you got two conflicting sides now because you put a face to the trigger that was never there.
That's deep. That's deep.
But the dead people is related to somebody who's alive. He has a son, a daughter, a mother, a brother. Now you just endangered their lives because the deceased family gonna want some type of get back, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is, man. Now the crime and the violence perpetuate itself. It stopped when that deceased person was buried and the guy that was allegedly did the crime was buried. It was over with. The memory of it was gone. But now when you reawaken those worms and you open it and it starts spilling out, you know, I mean, when shit flies, pardon my language, it don't care who it lands on.
It still stinks.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. You know, man, so they mind if check themselves, rude boy. You don't know the flex, man. Yo, listen, Unique.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing that you're doing, man. I want you to keep up the good work. Like I said, you've supported me. You know, you in my call.
This call is from a federal prison.
Anytime I call you, man, you always there, you answer, and you don't duck or nothing like that. So I'm just telling you, man, that I appreciate you, man, and you just keep up the good work. And hopefully, man, with this litigation I got going on, this platform that I'm trying to utilize to liberate myself, you know, that it'll come through and I'll see you on that other side, man. You know, because all the good men in my situation with similar cases and charges have been released. So hopefully, man, these people will, you know, extend me the same courtesy. Because I did mine. I did more than my share, you know. And I've used so many programs and rehabilitation tactics and everything that I've learned throughout the years, man. And you got to understand that no two men live alike. That's why you have individuality. You can't judge one man off another man's actions. You think what I'm saying? So hopefully, man, these people will see me through on that, man. But you know, bro, you just keep it real and keep it thorough, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it is, man. This ain't to bash nobody. This is just to let them know the rules and the code of the streets and the game when you get out there. That's it.
Exactly.
You know, and we tell you don't get out there. It ain't worth it because my man been in there almost 3 decades. I did almost 3 decades, and he still got life. He still got 9 life sentences, 6 life sentences now because he knocked down the 3 because he playing by the rules of the street. He ain't bringing nobody in to get out. Right or wrong, family?
That's how it is, fam. You know how it is, man. You got to keep it official all the way around, and you got to stay grounded. Like I said, man, we stand on a bedrock foundation of principles that we won't compromise for nobody. You understand? We don't take the easy way out. You know, we walk that line, and on one side is an abyss, and on one side is a volcano with lava. We walk it straight with our head held up. That's how we do it. We keep it G. Babe, the phone about to hang up. You be easy, man.
All right, big shout out to Lou, man. Got to give Lou a shout out.
Lou, baby, I love you, Homo. I love you.
All right.
You're my man.
All right,
baby. I love you, son.
All right, family. Ding me back later.
All right, look more.
Yes, I.
Hi guys, welcome to Platinum Cuisines. We're located in Freeport on the Nordica Mile. Just wanted to introduce my partner, Amy.
Hi guys, how are you? And this is my sister-in-law, Diana, another partner. I just ask that you come support our minority-owned business We serve Asian fusion, Caribbean cuisine, and we have a beautiful restaurant located on the Nautical Mile in Freeport, New York. And we're asking that you come check us out and also make sure to tune in to Mecca Audio TV.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What?
Fresh out the can of 26,
yeah.
Heat back on the strip, getting back in the mix.
Yeah.
What he mentions a gift.
Right.
You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this.
Real.
Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit.
Yeah.
Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn.
Real.
Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, you we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.